Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Inforunners. And today we're going to be talking about how concept sales are definitely changing, and we are right now in the midst of that change. I am Dasein was here, and I am joined by
Execute. How you doing?
doing good.
Been a while, man. I haven't seen you. How you been? I thought you were
Extremely busy at
dead.
school.
I thought you were dead. That's all good.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm back now.
Yeah, cool. You on summer
Traversed
break
the
or?
river Styx, came all the way up just into this episode. Then I'm
Right.
going to go crawl back.
Gotta go back and see your pal Hades. All right, no worries. So let's kind of start this off then with the current sales. So they're kind of what I guess they're covering July 4th and what do you call it, Bastille Day, with the Freedom Sale or whatever they want to call it. I think it's kind of a bit lackluster myself. There was nothing really that grabbed me. What about yourself?
I thought this was one of the worst holiday sales I have seen in a long time. And here is precisely why. With the previous holiday sales that they've done this year, and I've been really happy with the holiday sales this year, they've actually done something unique with each of these ships. Valentine's sale, you had the Heartseeker, unique loadout, really cool logo on the side. Then you go on to your St. Patrick's Day sale. You have not only the Green Phoenix, but you have the Green Ursa. You're doing something unique with it.
I didn't do
And
anything
now,
for the Australia Day sale, really. Not that I can remember. Maybe I've forgotten. But yeah, continue.
all right, that was a little bit lackluster, but you did get at least a unique variant, the because you had the Gladius Valiant. So again, something kind of unique still in its own right when you think about it.
Agreed.
And now you get to this sale, and I'm like, give me a red, white, and blue ship. Like, have a red, white, and blue Star Runner. Have a something special. But if you look at the packs, their packs are expensive. They aren't even full game packages at that price, and they have wimpy insurance. And
Definitely.
and then you look at the individual ships, and you can just buy a cool ship. I'm like, all right, cool. While it's okay that I think that they're selling the ships, I really would have rather have had a cool skin or something to go with this.
I would kind of say I think a lot more CCUs will go out at this stage than whole ship sales, personally. I think a lot of
Yep.
people would be picking up CCUs, but I don't see many people picking up these ships, especially with just the insurance on them. So, a little bit mediocre. I think the other part of this, as we've talked before the show, is we're halfway through the year, and there's been 3 concept sales. Last year there was a sale every month, and this year there's far, far less. Now, if you kind of take into account CitizenCon, and there's probably going to be 3 ships for sale there, we're probably lucky to get 1 to 2 more by the end of the year, besides CitizenCon. And really, we got a bike, a tugboat, and a Corsair. Like, that's all we've got this year, which is kind of really lackluster. And I think this is kind
It really is.
of going to continue. But yeah, you go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying it is lackluster, but the one thing that is the silver lining of this, I think we're going to see a lot more of these concept-ready ships. I have a feeling at the end of the year, we are going to get at least 2 ships live, if not maybe 3. That would be kind of neat.
Yeah, it could be a change, definitely another change going forward, rather than concept ships, just straight into the game ships. Now, that obviously does also lead into why we're thinking there might be a lot less, but it's definitely a trend, and I'm going to be honest, I think it's a good one in a weird way. Like, I think it's about time they throttled back selling ships. Like, like it
It
was,
is.
like, they've been kind of pumping that gas for far too long.
Well, I think it's also a shift towards the customizer. They're going to have to, with that customizer, shift resources probably from making ships to let's do some tweaks here and there. Let's get the skins. Let's get the interiors ready. Let's get all that.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. And I hope to see that a lot more on game ready ships going forward. I was going to say.
And fair enough. But that being said, I do want to mention that from what I've seen, it looks like speculation is now going that the Mantis is a heavy fighter.
Yeah.
And if the
keep going.
I was just gonna say, and if the information on Star Citizen leaks is to be believed, it's actually not. It's large, but not too large, honestly, and it's probably gonna be at the CitizenCon Expo.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to fall somewhere between the Defender and the Vanguard. And the reason I specifically mentioned those two ships is it also has an internal space. The only other two ships that we know that has an internal space is the Defender and the Vanguard, and they're both long-range escort ships. So I'm imagining this ship will fall into the same league, which is good because when we learnt last week it was a fighter, that was not the best news for me to hear, to be honest, because we really don't need another fighter. But we could use another long-range fighter, and RSI definitely needs one in their lineup because they're one of the few manufacturers that don't have one. So,
and it makes a lot of sense for RSI because RSI always seems to have some really interesting interiors to their ships when you look at them.
They've also got those really big military contracts like the Bengal and the Pegasus and stuff like that.
And a long-range fighter fits more into that MO of big ships than small fighters fitting that. So
it's interesting though, because I really would like to do a video like I had planned to do on the Defender versus the Vanguard when the Defender comes out, like which is the better fighter escort. But I'm almost tempted now to delay it until after the anniversary sale so we can get all three of them. But until we actually can confirm that it is a long range fighter, we might just do another episode down the track. But yeah, I struggle to kind of see where it's going to sit because you've kind of got your Defender that kind of, if you compare it to the fighters, you've kind of got like the Vanguard's kind of like the Hornet of long range fighters. You've got the Defender, I guess, would be like the Saber. So does that mean that this would kind of,
I could see a couple spots for it. I could see it fitting itself more into a because you got your light fighter, so you got speed. You then got on the other end of it, you got like your all-rounder. I could see you fitting stealth in there. I could see more of a bomber or missile-based one, or even more of a turret-based one. Imagine a heavy fighter with room for like 2 turrets on the side, so kind of like a weird gunship like variant of that.
So kind of like the Hurricane in a way.
Yeah, kind of like the Hurricane.
Yep, I could see that too. So I'm just interested to see where it falls. I'm imagining it might be, and it's going to sound probably a bit controversial, but more gun orientated than the other two. Like you've got your fixed guns on your Vanguard, and you've got your Singe weapon cannons on your Defender. So if this one's just like normal guns, it could literally make it stronger than the other two combined.
Definitely.
Yeah, so if they're going off into light and heavy, and this one goes somewhere in the middle but with more guns, I could see that as well. So interesting to see where that goes.
And again, I could also say bomber, and the reason I keep stressing bomber on this is because we have just 2 bombers. We have a stealth bomber, and then you jump all the way down into either your Harbinger or your
Gladiator.
Gladiator, thank you. And you're looking at that, it'd be nice to see something in between, something like I think kind of like an Eclipse, so larger missiles, but on more of a regular fighter platform.
I could see that, especially with a long range, but I think the Eclipse is actually kind of long range. I'd have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it is as well. But it'll be interesting to see. Well, I guess we'll just have to kind of wait till CitizenCon to see that. As for sales, like if we can go back to sales now, do you think that this is going to be a trend going forward? Like more just recycling of old ships on special dates to fill in the gaps, and like less concept sales, and more pushing ships to go straight to live?
Well, definitely going to be straight to live. Chris Roberts, if I remember right, was talking about that. Which video was that he was talking about?
It was earlier on in the year.
It wasn't too long.
Yeah, it was earlier on in the year, but I remember it myself. You are correct. He was saying that they're going to be pushing more direct to flight concept sales. You were going to say?
Yes, but I was going to say, but along those lines, I really feel like it's really gearing up for going live, getting ready for Squadron 42, and here's specifically why. the ships that are going to come out are probably going to be seen as Squadron 42 or have some use in that when you think about it. Plus, two, we have to get a lot more ships ready because think about it. You have a lot of reworks that are probably going to need to get done and a lot of ships that are currently in the pipeline that have been concepted that need to actually get pushed out before you can't keep backing this up forever. You need to start pushing more stuff out.
I'd almost say that all the ships that are modelled now are the ships that are going to be in Star Citizen. But if they're already made, yeah, potentially they could be going into Squadron 42. But
I say that based off the Arrow, the Valkyrie, things like that.
I'm just like them moving into Alpha and Beta. You think that they would have that shit ready and kind of nailed down by now, but you know I could be wrong. Again, we'll have to wait and see. I think it's really clear to me that this is a marketing move. I think this ship is now in the game. Hurry up and buy it. That impulse buy. They want that impulse buy analogy and that real taste for it because yeah, you can get the ship, but you can only buy it now. And then once it's in game, like the price is going to go up, or you get a rare skin for it and never again, or because the other thing is, look at the Valkyrie is a really good example. That's one of the first ships we know of that went in as a straight into the game, but it's been available to buy again. So I can see from a marketing perspective, but if you look at it knowing the Valkyrie, it's not exactly any real different from what we're getting now, other than it's just available there today. That's the only real difference. Is there any other difference?
The skin that you got with it. Remember, you had the Citizen's Gun skin.
I did say the skin. But there are skins that have been available with other ships too in the past. I'll give you an example is the Vulcan. So it's not... The only real thing that we haven't seen before is the fact that it's going into the game, and they've sold it again at later dates. And the price didn't change, unless I'm mistaken. I don't think I am. So I don't see any real... The only real advantage I can see is that they charge more straight away, because you don't have something like, say, pick a ship, there's a heap of them, Reclaimer that went up $50 because, it went into the game. It's just going to be, it comes out at this, it costs this, and then it's available today. So I think they're going to get more impulse buys because it's available straight away. But I don't think, unless the roll's like amazing, you're going to get a lot of people jumping on it straight away. And there's going to be no real penalty to waiting, as far as I'm concerned, other than you don't get to fly it straight away.
Well, again, it's the instant gratification. Plus, two, if it's getting LTI, it's an LTI token that's cool, it's new, you can fly it around and then upgrade later.
Yep.
So it also has that advantage when you really think about it. It's like how many of you would out there would jump on, like, let's say the Banu Defender was released today as a concept sale and flight ready, and be like, oh, cool, this is an awesome ship to fly. It's a cool fighter. I don't necessarily want a fighter, but I want something a little bit above that. Let me use this as my LTI token, and now I can play around with that and then get something else.
Yeah, I get you. I agree. I can't really think of anything else I want to add. Is there anything else you want to add?
Only thing is slightly off topic is I really like where they're going with the subscriber rewards, and I just have to mention that because instead of just piecemealing suits, if you look on their website right now with the subscriber flare, you actually get the full suit. You get the jacket, the pants, the hats, all of that together, and I think that's actually a really cool way of rewarding subscribers in the future. Instead of just saying, here's this ultra cheap thing that you can then pick up later, the different parts much cheaper.
Well, they did
subscribing. Here's everything.
They did say the new stuff is coming in the second quarter, so I assume next month we might see one of those really cool helmets. We've already seen them on a Star Citizen Live, so there's no reason they're not ready to go into the game. And it'd be really interesting to see if they go in. I'd also like to see, so for example, say you get a helmet as a subscriber, you get access to the helmet, but then there's like 5 or 6 different variants of it. So you don't just get a green version and everyone else gets all the other colours, and you just get that special green version. I'd actually like to see that you get the helmet and you get all the colour variations as a subscriber. I think that would be really cool. And that would definitely incentivize people a lot more. I must admit, for the first time ever, I am actually considering subscribing just to get the cool shit. It's good to see that they've actually got some cool stuff coming along.
And I just want to put the caveat here. I understand we are supporting the game. We are supporting the concepts with the of this game with our subscriber money, and we're also looking at boosting up the videos. But with the quality of videos that we're getting, I hate to say, you have to have something else to incentivize people here.
When you're charging the cost of a WoW subscription, you want to give a WoW subscription worth of stuff, and quite frankly, we're not getting that.
So I just want to say congratulations, CIG. I really like what you've got done because it looks amazing.
I agree. All right, with that, I think that's everything. You got anything else you want to add about it?
Nope. If you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. We do read your comments. We don't necessarily have time to reply to them all, but we do read them. So please let us know what you think.
Have a Discord too if you want to hit us up. Join us on there. Shoot any of us a message. Also, we're looking for more people for FMF. We've got one of those. I should be recording one tomorrow with C, hopefully, or the day after. So we've got one of those coming up as well. Other than that, he's been... Oh, man, I can't do this thing with my hand. I got pushed to talk today. I'm execute. And we'll catch you guys next time.
See ya.
Oh, this cough is killing me. And we're out.